The bespoke day.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. So if you're new to the channel, my name's Mariah, and today we're going to be checking out some new videos that popped up in my timeline, in my algorithm here on YouTube, or me too, because it is my interests, and it's, they call it YouTube for a reason. So anyway, today we're going to be checking out a part of my algorithm and my journey, my experience here on YouTube. And it is Ryan Upchurch. He recently went off of social medias 2 days ago, and he came back. There's one video from 17 hours ago, and then another one we're going to check out after that. So thank you guys for joining me, and everybody's welcome here. Everybody's opinions are welcome here, and we'll go ahead and watch this together.
I have not opened this. Well, today was a very interesting day. I have not opened this, nor have I taken it out. I don't know what it is. But it is the Ryan Upchurch from a random P.O. Box 41504, Nashville, Tennessee. Here's the problem. I had my financial accountant over here today that I hired, and he gave it to us on camera, already opened. You're not allowed to open anyone's mail. It's a fucking felony. He also presented me with this, on camera, by the way, and it says, Bethany couple, her position, merch, and fan mail. First off, who the fuck ever told fans to send fan mail to some P.O. box? Second off, why does the financial accountant have this? And here's why I asked. Because look at this piece of paper. P.O. Box 41504, Nashville, Tennessee. Here's the problem. I had my financial accountant over here today that I hired, and he gave it to us on camera. Well, today was a very interesting day. I have not opened this, nor have I taken it out. I don't know what it is. But it is the Ryan Upchurch from a random P.O. Box 41504, Nashville, Tennessee. Here's the problem. I had my financial accountant over here today that I hired, and he gave it to us on camera, already opened. You're not allowed to open anyone's mail. It's a fucking felony. He also presented me with this, on camera, by the way, and it says, Bethany couple, her position, merch, and fan mail. First off, who the fuck ever told fans to send fan mail to some P.O. box? Second off, why does the financial accountant have this? And here's why I asked. Because look at this piece of paper he gave me. Bethany couple. I don't know who that is. I know what you tried to do, motherfucker. You tried to fucking put this in my old lady's name, it looks like. Because you know what her position is?
I mean, that's close. Bethany Culp, I believe. But it's really, like, none of this shit's, like, anybody's business. I feel bad that people are going to be looking into his old lady. Like, they got a baby together and shit. But, yeah, they spelled it pretty close.
Merch and fan mail. And it says that she got paid $60,000. Whoever Bethany CUPL is. Now, if Bethany Couple is in charge of the merch and the fan mail, then why are you handing me and receiving motherfucking fan mail? So, Robert Deerdorf and Lauren Irvin. So why in the fuck was it revealed that y'all were selling Upchurch merch? Billy Thomas and Skylar. Why was y'all selling Upchurch merch? You know, I find it funny all y'all motherfuckers scattered at the same fucking time. Well, looky here. You know what this is? This is an hour and 30 minutes of the financial manager.
Didn't they go on, like, Skylar and Billy and all them went on, Deerdorf went on, like, the last tour with him and the Dixielanders, and Skylar had posted stuff on her Instagram. Lauren as well. I bought stuff off of them. Lauren had the stuff for sale. I want to say Upchurch shared it on his Instagram. I bet if we went back and looked at, like, all the Instagram stories that, well, I had on my channel that was, my channel that I lost, I could show you where he shared Lauren and Skylar's posts about the merchandise at that time. At that time, anyway. And guys, here's the thing on YouTube. Timelines 100% matter. Context matters. A lot of people don't go by that on here, and it's sad.
Snitching on his goddamn self. So Robert Deerdorf and Lauren Irvin. So why in the fuck was it revealed that y'all were selling Upchurch merch? Billy Thomas and Skylar. Why was y'all selling Upchurch merch? You know, I find it funny all y'all motherfuckers scattered at the same fucking time. Well, looky here. You know what this is? This is an hour and 30 minutes of the financial manager snitching on his goddamn self. Congratulations, you stupid fucking hillbillies.
Kylian Mbappe. Oh, he's turned.
Alright, so that was that video. So next we're going to go to the newest one, and
Alright, look, if you've been...
it is called Welcome to Cheatham County, motherfucker. So let's check out this one next.
Follow me for a while, you know I've been dealing with some shit. I've been dealing with a bunch of bullshit, internet drama, and all this other stuff. Here's the thing. Here's why I never backed down. And here's why I kept going. And here's why I kept my composure. Because first off, let me say this. There's something you gotta understand. If criminals can use the internet and AI to their advantage, they're gonna do it. Alright, look, if you've been following me for a while, you know I've been dealing with some shit. I've been dealing with a bunch of bullshit, internet drama, and all this other stuff. Here's the thing. Here's why I never back down. Alright, look, if you've been following me for a while, you know I've been dealing with some shit. I've been dealing with a bunch of bullshit, internet drama, and all this other stuff. Here's the thing. Here's why I never backed down. And here's why I kept going. And here's why I kept my composure. Because first off, let me say this. There's something you gotta understand. If criminals can use the internet and AI to their advantage, they're gonna do it. They have been fucking doing it for a while now. A long time. Y'all know how long these motherfuckers been coming after me saying I'm crazy and stuff, right? Well, here's the thing. The reason they started doing that, and this does have to do with AI, but the reason they started doing that was because I had stumbled across a Google Earth language. The reason criminals would want to use a Google Earth...
I mean, he's not wrong about a lot of this stuff. If you look up and if you research, do your own research. A lot of people also don't do their own research on here. But anyway, if you happen to have an open mind and you're a free thinker and you go out and you do your own research, almost everything on here that he says is coming from a true story. It's like when you watch a movie and it says based on a true story. Like, try to think of it that way. The Google stuff, don't get lost in the words and the verbiage, the jargon. Just, he uses a lot of like terminology and stuff because he obviously reads a lot of stuff.
Earth language is because if you can come up with a way to signal each other and a way to talk to each other and a way to use things as certain likenesses of certain...
And also a lot of people overcomplicate this. Like, what he's saying is actually true and very simple, but people want to automatically jump to, oh, it's some fucking conspiracy, it's another, and then they take their own thoughts and opinions and beliefs and start connecting dots, you know, and everything on here gets embellished and exaggerated.
Certain different criminals. You're going to use it and you're going to make it pin marks and you're going to color coordinate it with the tools that you're given from Google Earth. And you're probably wondering, well, why would they do that? Well, I'll tell you why they would do that. They would do that because there's no phone records. It's Google Earth. It's an app. There's no conversation. There's no nothing. They cannot be incriminated using a Google Earth type language to talk to each other, to signal drop-off points, pick-up points. They can even signal each other by using Google Earth by hacking Google Earth and knowing people that are involved in driving around their Google Earth cars. If someone has a green screen in the back of their Google Earth car, they can drive their Google Earth car, they could pull off in an alley as they're doing their job for Google Earth. They could get out, put up the green screen, drive past the green screen, put the green screen in the back of their car. Now, what's that mean? Well, then someone else can go hack the back end of Google Earth, go to that green screen, and post information on it. Now, another thing about this whole AI thing, you have to realize AI can make it look like there's way more bad guys than there is good guys. Now, if there's a good guy who is figuring this stuff out and telling everybody, AI can also be used as a weapon for these criminals to use on you, to attack you and make narratives about you and make it seem like there's so many people saying something about you that it starts to turn you into a questionable person. Which is to my next point. My next point is not all of one group, of any group, is all bad. There's always a few good ones, at least, within the group.
Okay, I think he said that wrong. I think he overcomplicated that. What I think he's trying to say here is that no matter where you are, where you go, who you're with in a large group, there's good and there's bad everywhere, right? We can all agree on that.
Group of all bad people. AI is also being used against police departments, all right? AI is also being used to falsely call emergency services like 911. It's being used to talk on a phone so you cannot figure out who done it because no one done it. AI done it. Someone typed some shit with AI. They called fucking the police with AI. Used the AI voice. The AI voice says something crazy. And they are maneuvering law enforcement. And they're maneuvering EMS to their advantage, sometimes to sabotage the police.
Holy shit, I was just muted this whole time. But I was, let me rewind it so I can say what I was thinking.
At least within the group of all bad people. AI is
I think he said that wrong. I think he overcomplicated it. What he's trying to say there is that, like, no matter where you go in a group of people, any people, there's going to be good and bad. There's good and bad everywhere, right? And I think that's all he meant to say.
is also being used against police departments, all right? AI is also being used to
And look, none of us are fucking perfect. I say the wrong shit all the time. I'm half dyslexic. My brain works way faster than my mouth can talk, which I can talk really fast. I try to slow it down all the time so that I can get out my thoughts. But I have so many thoughts, and I think the Upchurch is really smart, and people that are really smart struggle with conveying or using our language. But all language is arbitrary in the sense that we give the words their meaning. We give language its power.
falsely call emergency services like 911. It's being used to talk on a phone so you cannot figure out who done it because no one done it. AI done it. Someone typed some shit with AI. They called fucking the police with AI. Used the AI voice. The AI voice says something crazy. And
if you guys Google or look up like the increase in crimes since AI has been around, he's not wrong. AI is absolutely being used for good and for bad. For good and for evil. A flame and halo work together if you make them tools. He is just saying that this shit exists. It is being used in crimes, but it can also be used for good. I like to focus on the good.
They are maneuvering law enforcement and they're maneuvering EMS to their advantage, sometimes to sabotage the police. Now, let's get on to what happened today. You guys know that there's been some weird shit going on with my group of friends, right? They kept telling me, get off the internet, stop looking into stuff. What are you talking about? Everybody thinks you're crazy. And I knew something was up. Well, when I couldn't be tricked by AI, because remember, AI can also make you think differently about people like cops, law enforcement, EMS, whatever. And I'm not saying there, wait till the end of this video, I'm not saying there's not bad people within these departments. But I am saying it makes it easier for them also to fucking hide right beside the cops that are good. All right, now I'm going to tell you about.
Okay, goodness. I think, yeah, anyway, like, he's just trying to say that there's good cops and bad cops. Not everybody is on the right side. Evil exists, and that AI has become more popular than ever, and that is concerning when it comes to internet crimes and the nature of internet crimes. So I think that Upchurch just thinks a lot, and he's already thinking like how different scenarios and different possibilities, which there's nothing wrong with that. I teach my son to question everything, never believe what you hear. Don't believe half of what you see, and question everything.
About what happened today, and then we'll run around back to AI when I get to the end of this. Okay, so this morning, we hired a security company to come over here and put up really good security at my house in Kingston. Well, I knew what time they're supposed to be here. My buddy stayed here last night to be up in the morning, to wake up, to deal with them until I woke up. I woke up this morning because I heard somebody outside. I get up, and I'm like, what the fuck? This dude's here early. And I was like, okay, so something told me, like, hey, go grab your gun, just in case, because there's nobody here. I grab my gun, I come to the door, I open it. And the guy, he's like, hey, I looked at his face. And I was like, ain't no motherfucking way. I knew this guy's face from the court case I'm in right now in Nashville about that fucking missing teen from Truckee, California. Now, if you don't recall, when I was looking into this missing teen from Truckee, California,
I don't recognize this guy. I remember the name SF Investigates. I remember, of course, Kylie Rodney, her family, AWP, Adventures with Purpose, the tow truck driver. Oh my goodness, like I said, SF Investigates. There was a lot to it, guys. I remember all that.
I said, she's not real, something's up. Everyone started attacking me, right? Okay, this is also the same time that I first discovered this weird-ass Google Earth language they got going on. Everyone started attacking me more. Started pinpointing certain faces that were in this group of people surrounding this whole true crime thing on.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of true crime. Like I said in my live earlier, I'm not a fan of this season of Ryan Upchurch where he did true crime. I don't like true crime. I think there's not a lot true about it. I think it's a lot of lying ass people that scam their viewers and tragedy pimp off others, tragedy. And I think that's really sad and gross. But yeah.
Fucking YouTube. And then ever since then, these motherfuckers have never let up. So when I wake up this morning, I go open the front door. I go open the front door for the surveillance guy. Don't forget that. When I open the door for the surveillance guy,
I will say yes, he does act paranoid. And I have seen that in people that have abused drugs. Of course. But the people that I've seen it in that use drugs weren't famous. Like, we don't necessarily know what it's like to be in his shoes or anybody else's shoes. So I know that just like when a few people are, after me or whatever in my life, so to speak, like they're really being nosy or they're giving me trouble or drama in my life. Like, to me, I start becoming a little bit paranoid of those people, and my circle gets a little bit smaller. Sometimes forever, sometimes for the time being. So I can't imagine being at the level he is, and how, paranoid somebody could get, honestly. Just thinking of it from a realistic perspective as well.
And I look at his face. I was like, there ain't no motherfucking way. It was one of the fucking characters. All the way from Truckee, California, at my fucking house to set up cameras under the company, I think it's called Vivitech. He said, hey man, I'm here with the security company. I'm here to set up your stuff. And I was like, what the fuck? In my head, I was like, what the fuck? I said, all right, man, well, hold on a minute. I got to go put some pants on because I'm wearing my underwear. And I shut the door and I locked it. I went and hit up two of my friends. I told one of them to get a hold of Cheatham County. Cheatham County was nearby, thank God. They come to my house. Now, I'm not going to say who this officer was, and I'm going to blur out their face. But when this officer showed up, body camera rolling, these motherfuckers started boot scooting and boogieing. So they was twitching and itching. So as these guys are going around looking where they're going to put these cameras and all this bullshit, I was like, hey, watch them. There's one inside. I'm going to go watch him, see what he does, make sure everything's good. Secure my old lady and all that. So I put them in the room. I had somebody guarding my door in here. I had the one running around the house asking could he go in all these places. I'm like, what the fuck do you need to go in all these places for, right? And he made up some stupid ass fucking excuse. Well, I got to look in the attic for this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I don't like that. So now we got two of these fucking surveillance guys outside. We got one inside my house. So we're trying to watch my old lady and my baby watch this guy in the house. The officer was left outside with two of these surveillance guys. So we're also trying to watch out for her and watch her back throughout the windows. And we're rotating back and forth, making sure they don't really have any time to be alone. You know what I'm saying? Then I noticed the guy in the gray hoodie in the first picture you just seen. He almost didn't want to turn his back. He was trying to talk and trying to move all weird and fucking not show his back. And I was like, why is he not showing his back? Finally, the officer walks in a direction where he's more worried about the officer, and I got to see the back of his shirt. So I seen that logo and I was like, ain't no fucking way. It's got a 5-point crown on it, right? Okay, well, if you know anything about what's going on in most of the cities around here, we got ICE here chasing around somebody. It's got the same fucking logo, the 5-point crown. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, you need to stop right now. Go on YouTube, type in Andy Ogle's Nashville Stop the Invasion speech. So I'm like, okay, that fucking logo on the back of his shirt fucking means something. So I'm looking at these characters. I'm watching them be all itchy and scratchy because there's a Cheatham County cop sitting right there looking at him with the body camera on. And I'm like, there's something going on. What is it? What is it? I'm like, I gotta figure this fucking shit out because these motherfuckers are in my house. I started getting mad. And then I was like, wait a minute.
Wait, hold up. Game changer. You said, I'm sorry, but what do people have to gain messing with church when he's doing so much to himself? What do you mean by that? Who's looking to gain what? Maybe you need to change the way that you're thinking. I'm not on here looking to gain anything. And people that are, that's their business. I can only speak for myself, but maybe that's in the way you think, homie.
We just had that big fucking meet up in Nashville. Adam and Just in Time and all his buddies. They never made no fucking album, did they? No, they didn't. Now, I was like, okay, this is something. What is it? And I started getting fucking mad because people were at my fucking house. And they're supposed to be a goddamn surveillance company. I was like, okay, we got them all situated where everybody's being watched. Everything's fine. They can't do jack shit. They're still doing what they're supposed to do. They never did it, by the way. They ended up leaving. We'll get to that in a minute. But I'm sitting here getting mad because these motherfuckers are at my house. And I was like, okay, this is not a coincidence. What is this? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, that group over there that came to Nashville that don't have an album, and when they apparently made an album, whatever the fuck, All of a sudden, that group over there starts bitching about something random they ain't bitched about in a long time. And it's about the court case that I'm in right now in Nashville when I said that fucking chick ain't fucking real. On that true crime shit, right? So that's when I was like, wait a minute. I looked at the picture I took at the back of dude's shirt. I fucking went to Google. I Googled it. It popped up on the map as a red pin, and it was 5 Points Alloy Shop, and it had an address. I'm about to show you. And when I went and put the address into Google Earth, guess where it went? Well, I'll be damn, a fucking post office. What do you know? Now, what did the fucking accountant give me earlier today? A random ass, already opened piece of mail from a post office, and he claimed it was from a fan. Well, I'll be damn, who else was selling Upchurch merch and sending it to fucking fans? I wonder where y'all was sending off this stuff. Tina Deerdorf, Tina Maul Deerdorf, all capital letters, dumbass Deerdorf. Deerdorf, Lauren, Billy, Skylar. Y'all motherfuckers over there trashing everybody, fucking saying everybody's crazy. Now watch this. Who did them motherfuckers go hang out with? Katie Noel? Oh, damn. Adam Calhoun? Oh, damn. Yeah. They're all in cahoots together, because don't forget, where the fuck is that fucking album that these motherfuckers apparently made in Nashville that never fucking came out? Because the Deerdorf crew over there is just hanging out with all these motherfuckers. And by the way, you motherfuckers thought you was slick when you were saying they're gonna kill you, they're gonna kill you. You never would tell me who. You motherfuckers tried to blame it on the goddamn police because the AI wasn't fucking working for you. You tried to scare me away from talking to the Cheatham County Police. You tried to single me out, and you motherfuckers was gonna whack me. Now let's go back to the surveillance guys. The same surveillance guys that I noticed in this Google Earth language. The same surveillance guys that I watched go from California to fucking Nashville, Tennessee. The same surveillance guys that were still waiting on their boss to get here. Well, the boss just ain't showing up. And all these motherfuckers I noticed had 2 phones. I said, why in the fuck y'all got 2 phones? They said, one's a business phone, one's personal. Okay. I told one of the guys, hey man, I was like, where are you from? You look familiar. He said, I'm from California. I said, oh, okay. You ever been to Truckee? He's like, no. I was like, what's your last name? He told me. I said, let me see your license. With the Cheatham County cop sitting right there. The motherfucker goes to grabbing his, and you'll be able to see this on body cam footage. Well, eventually. I said, well, let me see your license. I want to see what your name is. I need to prove it to you. And he said, okay. He reached in his wallet. He went to grab a license out. He said, oh, wait. Hang on, let me give you my official license. I said, well, is there such thing as an unofficial license? I snatched it from him. I took a picture of it on my phone. I gave it back to him. I looked at the officer. I sat down. I'm watching them. They're fidgeting like a motherfucking now, son, on their phones, walking back and forth like they're at the goddamn kangaroo at 3 in the morning. I told the officer, I said, hey, turn this way real quick. She turned the body cam towards me. I pointed at it. I said, I told you, Sheriff. So about 30 minutes goes by. These motherfuckers' boss still ain't here. I say, hey, where's your boss at, man? They said, oh, well, he ain't showing up. He got busy. I was like, oh, I bet he did. I said, well, I was like, I don't really want to pay y'all or continue with this if your boss ain't going to show up. They said, oh, well, he can't show up. I said, why not? They said, because they made up some dumbass excuse. It's on the fucking it's on the body cam footage. I said, what do you mean he can't show up? They're like, well, he don't usually show up to stuff like this. I said, okay, well, why is he at another job then doing the same exact thing? They didn't have no answer. It got weird for a minute. I said, okay. I said, well, then fuck it, pack y'all shit. I went downstairs where the other guy was being watched, the guy from California. I said, hey, pack your shit up. You done? Get out of here. They packed all their shit up. The last thing the dude did was he gave me a piece of paper over there. And he continues to tell me about how I can be in contact with somebody, don't worry. And I said, listen, I was like, can I be in contact with your fucking boss? He said no.
Detail the plan that we made, so this can be used as like a reference copy for you.
Okay.
But
You said we can get somebody from y'all to call?
yeah, I'm gonna basically call the account creation team.
Can we call Chris Russ?
No, I can't give out his number. I'm sorry.
Damn.
I mean, I can see if he wants to call you guys, but I can't give his number out.
Yeah, it's okay. We're good.
Okay. Well, if you guys need anything bit related, feel free to reach out. If you guys are planning on doing another camera solution, if you want to pick my brain, feel free. Cool. Well, it was nice to meet y'all.
You too.
I'm gonna go pack up, but
Have a good
y'all
day,
take
man.
care, okay?
Yep, have a good day.
That was everything.
Who the fuck is Chris Russ? They're really scared of this guy coming here. Well, then this security... So then this fucking bullshit, fake-ass fucking security company fucking leaves. And, well, they went somewhere real interesting. When they left the driveway, they did a fucking... They knew what they were doing. Two went one way, one went the other way. And the one that got followed, well, he stopped at a gas station and fucking freaked the fuck out and cussed somebody out on the phone.
Okay, if you guys gonna want to go watch the rest of the video on your own, feel free. The link is in the description. If you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to leave them in the comments on this video or my latest post on my community tab. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for tuning in today, and I will see you on the next live.